Be seen, be heard, be yoga. Hello, hi. My name is Lindsay and I am now a video blogger. I'm making videos for Be Yoga Studio in Sioux City. I was lucky and honored to have been asked by Jackie, the owner of Be Yoga, if I wouldn't mind making some of these videos for this, to share my thoughts and share my life and the way that I see things with other people, because sometimes it's helpful to know that you're not alone in any circumstance. So this is meant to be very real, and it's meant to be very open and honest and vulnerable, and I'm hoping that as time goes on I can actually provide an extra perspective, a new perspective, talking about situations in life that you may or may not be facing, you may need help with, or things that you haven't ever thought of, new ways of seeing the world. The best place to start is the beginning. And as I was trying to figure out what I wanted to say for this video, what I wanted to talk about, what I wanted my persona to be, what angle, where I was going to film, how I was going to do this, I realized that this is something that we're all struggling with all the time. And especially at the beginning of something. And beginnings are always really awkward and really scary. And it takes a lot of bravery and it takes a lot of gumption to make this stuff happen. That's what this video is about. It's about just beginning, just going. And I'll specifically relate this one to yoga and to all of the things that we often say that we should do or we would like to do, but we're too afraid to do them. And for many people, when they find out that I'm a yoga teacher or they find out that I practice yoga on a regular basis, the first thing they say to me is that, oh God, I wish that I could do yoga, but I'm just not flexible, or I'm just not this, or I'm just not that, or I'm too scared to do it because I don't know what it's about. And I think that is really common. Those are just filters. Those are just things that we're putting into place to keep us from doing something so different that we might fall. And so the point of that is that when you're drawn to something, when something is given to you, when an opportunity presents itself and you're not quite sure that you know what you're doing, do it anyways. Being afraid is not a good enough excuse to not do something. Being nervous is not a good enough excuse to run away. You have to do it. You have to be brave. You have to step into whatever you're being drawn to, because the worst thing that you can possibly do is to not do it. I get that it's scary. I get that life can be scary. I get that all of these things that we're always on the cusp of doing are scary, and that bravery sometimes takes a lot to find. You have to dig really, really, really deep inside of you to find just an ounce enough of bravery to make the first step, to jump, to leap, to step into the power that you have. But you have to do it. The worst thing that can happen, honestly, in a yoga class is that you don't like it and then you don't come again. And nobody will think less of you. Everyone in that room is there for themselves. Everyone in that room once had a very first yoga class. Everyone in that room had poses and postures that they thought of that they would never have even dreamed of doing in a million years. And yet there they are. And it's every day that they do something that they never thought they could. But they had to start somewhere. You have to start somewhere. When you walk into a yoga class as a beginner, nobody's even thinking twice that you can't do a handstand or you can't touch your toes. That's expected. It would be really impressive if you could do those things. If you could put your forehead all the way to your knees and you'd never practiced yoga a day in your life. That would be crazy. Because you can't do it until you learn how. And you can't learn how until you're open enough to try. So be afraid. Be very afraid. But do it anyway. Do the things that you're afraid of so you know for certain that you can. Because you can. So it's worth it. Go for it. This is me giving you permission to be scared and to feel scared and to do it anyways. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I will see you next time. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section down below. Subscribe to Be Yoga, where there will be a plethora of beautiful things to come. You're beautiful. I love you. Goodbye.